Nobody's going to sugarcoat this for you. Being a plumber has some real downsides, and I'm going to give you them to you straight. But here's the thing. After 30 years in the trades, I have watched more plumbers retire wealthy and more plumbers build generally great lives than almost any other trade I know. So today, I'm giving you both sides, 5 reasons being a plumber sucks, and why it's still absolutely worth it. Look, every trade has a version of this conversation. The stuff that brochures don't tell you. The reality of the first few years. The physical toll. The schedule. The things that make guys quit before they ever get to the good part. I'm an HVAC guy, not a plumber, but I work alongside plumbers constantly. I know journeymen and master plumbers and plumbing business owners at every level of this career. I know what they love. I know exactly what they complain about at the barbecue when they think nobody from the career advice world is listening. This video is that conversation. Honest, direct, no cheerleading. And at the end, the real reason why, despite everything I'm about to tell you, plumbing is still one of the best career decisions a person can make in 2026. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Reason number 1, it sucks. The work is dirty, really dirty. Let's start with the obvious one. And I want to go further than most people do on this point because I think it gets glossed over too quickly. Plumbing is not just physically demanding. It's specifically dirty in a way that most trades are not. A residential service plumber deals with sewage backups, grease-clogged drains, septic systems that have not been serviced in years, the smell, the mess, the situations that require you to crawl into spaces that have not seen a human being since the house was built. And it's not just the gross stuff, it's the environments. Crawl spaces with a foot of clearance and mud on the ground. Mechanical room in older buildings where the pipes were run with no thought given to the person who would have to work on them decades later. Attics in July, basements with standing water. Here's what I want you to hear though. Every plumber I know has a story about a job that made them question their life choices. And then they tell you about the invoice because the jobs that are most miserable, the emergency sewage backups at midnight, the frozen pipes and crawl spaces in February, those are also jobs where the customer is in crisis and is willing to pay whatever it takes. The gross work pays, often very well. The cost of guessing, training for the wrong trade can cost you thousands of dollars and a year of your life. I've seen it happen. That's why I want you to check out Course Careers before you do anything else. They've got an AI career counselor named Coura, and she'll match you to the right fit based on your goals, your personality, your lifestyle, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, supply chain coordinator. She knows the difference and she'll point you in the right direction. Then you start the free intro course, 0 experience required, and get a real feel for the career before you spend a dime on training. Students have gone from 0 to high-paying careers in as little as 4 to 12 weeks. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Stop guessing. Let Coura do the math. Reason number 2, it sucks. The emergency on-call life is real. Here's one that does not get enough attention in the career advice conversation. Plumbing is an on-call trade, especially on the service side. Pipes burst on Christmas Eve. Water heaters fail on Sunday morning. Sewage backups happen at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. And when those things happen, somebody has to respond. That somebody is a plumber. For the residential service plumber, the on-call rotation is part of the job. And for the people with families, kids who have weekend games, partners who work demanding jobs, people who value their personal time, the on-call reality of plumbing service work is something you need to go in with your eyes wide open about. Here's the honest flip side. Emergency calls pay significantly more than scheduled work. A plumber who responds to a burst pipe at midnight is not billing at standard rates, emergency rates, after-hours rates. The service call that ruins your Saturday morning also pays for your vacation. That math is real, and a lot of experienced service plumbers will tell you that the on-call life, as disruptive as it is also one of the primary reasons their income is where it is. All right, reason number 3. It sucks. The apprenticeship grind is long and unglamorous. 5 years, That is the standard UA, United Association Plumbing Apprenticeship. 5 years of working full-time in the field while going to class 1 or 2 nights a week. 5 years of being the low person on the totem pole. 5 years of carrying material, digging trenches, working in uncomfortable spots, and doing the tasks that the journeymen don't want to do anymore. Year 1 and 2 specifically are humbling. You are learning. You are making mistakes. You're not moving fast enough yet. You are figuring out the tools and fittings and code requirements that experienced plumbers navigate on autopilot. And you're doing all of this while making apprentice wages, which starts around 40% to 50% of journeyman scale. Here's what I tell people who are considering the apprenticeship. The grind is real, but it has an end date. And that end date arrives at journeyman wages with full union benefits, health insurance, pension, annuity, and a skill set that is in demand everywhere in every country. The people who push through the first 2 years of apprenticeship grind almost universally say the same thing when they look back. It was worth it. The people who quit year 1 rarely have a different story to tell. Now this next one. Reason number 4 it sucks. The physical toll adds up. Here's one that most young guys entering the trades do not think about enough. Plumbing is physically demanding in a way that accumulates over time. It's not the explosive intensity of roofing or the extreme heights of ironwork, but it is constant. You're on your knees, cutting in under a sink. You are in awkward positions, running pipe in tight spaces. You are lifting cast iron and copper and PVC all day. You are working in positions that your body was not designed to hold for extended periods. The journeyman plumber at 35 feels different than the journeyman plumber at 50. The knees, the back, the shoulders. The guys who started in their early 20s and made no adjustments to how they work their bodies, who never invested in knee pads, who never learned how to position themselves correctly, who ignored early warning signs, are the ones who end up with the serious physical problems in their 40s and 50s. This is not a reason to avoid the trades, but it is a reason to be intentional from day one about how you treat your body. The plumbers who are still doing field work comfortable in their 50s are almost universally the ones who work smarter, not just harder, from early in their careers. And those ones who moved into foreman, superintendent, estimator, or business owner roles took the physical burden off themselves at the right time. All right, last one. Real quick, what would your life look like if your income wasn't tied to a location, a schedule, or a boss? My brother Shane built the content growth engine to answer that question. A simple proven system for growing a YouTube channel and earning a full-time income in less than 4 hours a week. I joined as a member myself. Month 1, a $214 day. Month 5, $519 in a single day. And it just keeps building from there. No experience required, just a decision to start. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Your freedom is waiting. Reason number 5 it sucks. Customers are sometimes awful. Here's one that nobody wants to say out loud, but every service plumber has experience. Some customers are generally terrible to deal with. The person who calls you for an emergency and then argues about the bill when the crisis is over, the homeowner who watches every move you make and questions every decision, the property manager who wants the work done at emergency speed for regular pricing, the person who waited until the problem was critical and then acts like you created the situation. Service plumbing puts you in people's homes during some of the most stressful moments of their lives. Their basement is flooding. Their toilet is overflowing. The water is off. People under stress do not always behave their best. And the plumbers who respond to that emergency absorb some of that stress whether they want to or not. Here's the honest truth about this one. Customer relationship skills, the ability to communicate clearly, set expectations, and manage a stressful homeowner are as valuable as technical skills in the service plumbing world. The plumbers who master that side of the job build reputations that make the customer problems mostly go away over time because they develop loyal customers who refer them to friends and who don't question the bill because they trust the relationship. That takes time to build, but it's buildable.
Hi, quick break here. If you'd like to take a free course in Course Careers, click the link below in the description.
Why it's still worth it? Okay, You have heard the honest version of the hard parts. Now here's why plumbing is still one of the best career decisions a person can make in 2026. The shortage is real, and it is massive. The PHCC, Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractor Association, puts the national plumber shortage at over 500,000 workers. That number represents genuine leverage for every plumber working today. More demand than supply means higher wages, faster promotions, more opportunities, and for the person willing to eventually start their own operation, a customer base that is essentially pre-built by the simple fact that there are not enough plumbers to serve everyone who needs one. The pay arc is generally strong. Year one apprentice wages are modest, but the arc from apprentice to journeyman to master plumber is one of the most reliable income growth trajectories in the skilled trades world. Journeyman plumbers are earning $65K to $95K. Master plumbers running service operations are pushing well above $100K. And down the road, the business ownership potential for a master plumber who builds a residential service company is one of the most proven wealth building paths in the entire trades world. The demand is permanent. The business model is recession proof. Pipes break regardless of the economy conditions. The skills are permanent. Unlike industries that can be disrupted by technology or outsourced overseas, plumbing cannot be automated. It can't be sent to another country. The pipe under your house still needs a licensed plumber to fix it every single time. That is a career foundation that does not erode. And here's the thing I come back to every time I have this conversation. The reason plumbing sucks: the dirty work, the on-call life, the apprenticeship grind, the physical demands, the difficult customers. Those reasons are also exactly why the shortage is as severe as it is. They are why not everyone does this. They are why the pay is what it is. They are why there is still room for the person who is willing to push through them to build something real. The trades do not reward people who want an easy path. They reward the people who show up when it is hard. And plumbing, specifically, because it's sometimes hard, rewards those people extremely well. Look, nobody said it was going to be easy. The dirty work is real. The on-call life is real. The apprenticeship grind is real. The physical toll is real. The difficult customers are real. All of it is real. And so is the 500,000 worker shortage and the recession-proof demand and the income arc that rewards people who push through. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment. Are you in the plumbing trade right now? Or are you considering it? I want to hear your story. I read every single one. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.
If you need to learn the trades, go to Jack of all trades.